What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So, I've started this series where I'm going through all of the dungeons and raids in each expansion and taking a look at which dungeons and raids that I recommend for you guys to run solo if you want to make gold, as the majority of them are just straight up bad. But there's some dungeons and some raids, depending on the expansion, that can do really well, and some of them might come as a surprise to you. So, before we take a look at the list, massive thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. This gold guide features all the tactics and methods that I personally use in order to achieve hundreds of millions of gold. The best part about it is the fact that it's a digital gold guide with a lifetime of free updates, meaning that whenever there's a new patch or even a brand new expansion to Retail WoW, I update the exact same gold guide completely for free, and I send you that version to your email automatically. So if you think that sounds interesting, you can check it down below in the description, and by using the discount code STUDENT, you get it for 50% off, which also includes the Mist of Pandaria Classic Gold Guide, if you're planning on playing Mist of Pandaria Classic when that is released. Now, the first dungeon that I want to talk a little bit about is going to be Vortex Pinnacle right here, because it's like definitely the dungeon that I've farmed the most out of like all dungeons in the Cataclysm, because before the regional auction house it was insane steady gold, because the price on volatile air, which these air mobs drop, was really good. So you would make a killing just by running this like 40-second lap, jump off the plateau right here, get teleported to the start of the dungeon, run out, reset the dungeon, go back in, kill the same mobs. It was very good. Now, there's been moments where it has been considered a decent farm every now and then. It really depends on the price of volatile air, but as the price currently sits at 18 gold each, it's not exactly the best dungeon to do, but something that you guys should keep in mind and check the price on volatile air, as it is by far the best way to get volatile air if you're planning on doing it solo, that is. Another tip is to do it on tunes that plays on different realms, so you can bypass the 10 instances per hour cap, as that is realm based. So you can have like 4 characters running on different realms, running 10 runs each, and you're not going to get hit by any 10 dungeons or 10 instances per hour lookout. Now, the next one, if we're pulling up the adventurer guide right here on Cataclysm, now, most of these dungeons aren't really that good. Like, you don't want to do Shadowfang Keep, and you don't want to do Dead Mines on Heroic, because all the good loot is on the normal version of those dungeons. However, though, there is a couple of interesting ones, like Vortex Pinnacle is a go. Soulgurb needs no introduction. Like, the dungeon Soulgurb is absolutely insane. I have a separate video on Soulgurb, farming all of the ancient patterns and the plants and the Hakari Warblades with profession achievement. It is by far like just the best thing in Cataclysm as far as instances come that you can do. It is absolutely insane. It's a heroic dungeon, so you can do it once per day on all of your alts, but it's such a good farm. This one, really like it. So if you haven't unlocked the secrets of Soulgurb and farmed the new ancient plants and patterns from Soulgurb, you should definitely check that out. Now, also, one important thing to mention is that it can be quite good steady gold per hour as well. It's actually better than Vortex Pinnacle is right now, because you can skin the tiger and the bats, the primal bat skin and the tiger skin, and those are materials that's needed to craft these newly introduced ancient patterns and plants, and the prices on those are like 150, 200 gold each, and it's a really like a relatively decent steady amount of gold as well, so way better than Vortex Pinnacle. Now, Soulgurb, Vortex Pinnacle is like some of the farms that people know the most, right? But what are some other things that you can do? The one personal favorite of mine is the Halls of Origination. And that is because there's this book inside Holes of Origination called The Book of Origination. This is a unique appearance transmog, like a green glowing book. And if you look at the stats on it, sure, the market value in EU is stupidly high at 283,000 gold, but that's because some clown is posting this for probably 1 million gold. But the region sales average on this in EU is 24,000 gold. That's not bad. This item is not that hard to obtain, and it's a relatively easy sale. So I did make a standalone video on this as well, but super, super nice farm to do in the Cataclysm. In farms, like in terms of dungeons, that's pretty much it though. There is a lot of raids in Cataclysm. Like a lot of people are doing the raids because they want to get mounts. So if you look at some of the zone drops in, let's say, Firelands, you'll notice how, yes, these are unique appearance weapons and they have a very high sell rate, but look at the price. 400 gold, 200 gold, 110 gold, 490 gold. Like pretty much all the item, besides from the Spire of Scarlet Pain, is probably the best item with the highest value and the highest sell rate as well, but it's just straight up bad. Throne of Four Winds is bad. Bastion of Twilight. I mean, there's a couple of items in there from the raid. You have probably these shoulders, which I've done fairly well with myself. The having plates of protection like these are pretty cool. I did sell a bunch of those in the past. But other than that, it's kind of the same thing as you were going to experience in Firelands, where the items are too common. There's too many people doing it, so they're not worth that much gold. Now, Blackwing Descent, however, is slightly better because it has a couple of items of interest. Sure, it has these low-value epic weapons as well, but the claws, these bad boys right here, they do pretty well. You have also the Maimgor's Bite, the axe that does well. The other armor items are that good, besides from the shoulders. These always sells fast. So in terms of raids, like Blackwing Descent is pretty decent, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't done that yet. But that's as far as it goes from Cataclysm dungeons and raids. And by all means, like, there might be somebody watching this video and maybe they've done one of these other dungeons or raids and gotten some of the specific items attached to that instance and done pretty well on it. But I'm just making these videos based on the TSM statistics and my personal experience with selling a lot of these items. So that's my dungeons and raids of interest in Cataclysm. So I'm gonna obviously keep this YouTube series going with Pandaria and WoD and everything else. So if you want to see that, just make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, and that way you'll be notified as soon as the video drops. And of course, as mentioned, don't miss out 0 to 10 million gold guide for retail WoW. 50% off together with the complete gold guide for Mist of Pandaria Classic. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.